Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. It's the Entrepreneurs here, and today what we'll be doing is we'll be continuing our investing with Max series. If you guys now have watched the previous video, I highly suggest you guys go watch that now. As a disclaimer, this is just for educational purposes only, and if you're looking for financial advice, I highly suggest you guys seek out a registered financial advisor. That makes sense? Let's get started. All right, I'm gonna share my screen here. Okay, make myself a little bit bigger. There you go. So hopefully you guys can see that. So yeah, what I'll be covering today is RIP Capital, Lipase, BLGV, Weed, ACB, TLRY. So this is all the cannabis stocks that we've been previously looking at, and so far, like the beginning of 2023 hasn't been good. It's been downtrending ever since last year. So not much, I guess I could say, hope at this point, unless there's a catalyst that will reverse the stocks that we currently are seeing, so the reversal trend. But right now, as you can see, it's just going down ever since, and it's just hitting its lower lows. And for RIP Capital, I wasn't surprised seeing especially the volume and the stock itself, like the SP, the share price keeps going down and down. So the last trading day, as you can see here on the right, that is down basically 1 cent and is down like 5.88%, which is ludicrous, right? This stock was at one point at close to $8 to $9 share price, but now it's at 0.16 cents, right? So that's really insane to see. And what you can see here, at one point that volume did spike up on December 28, 2022. So it did hit 749, but ever since then you haven't seen like a major spike like that. So it's been just going down. Volume is like minimal to like 15K the last trading day. So if I can go here, which was on 17th, let's see if I can. So for this one here, it was at 8K, right? The volume. So not much action going on. And even though it closed a green day on Friday, it was on Friday or Thursday. I can't even. A Friday here. The 17th. So sorry, it's the 17th was actually at 10K. Even though it closed at 16 cents, but you can see not much jump. So it says open at 16, high of 16, low of 16, and close at 16, right? Then here, the last trading day before Friday, which is a Thursday, open at 0.155, high of 17, low of 15.5, and close at 17 cents. Right, so yeah, it just hit that support resistance. When it did break that, then it went to a new support resistance. So that's what you can see there. And if I see this lightning symbol, not much is the last, I guess, news here. It says Miracle Grow subsidiary accuses investment firm of cannabis ploy. That's what it said there. Then after that, let's see if I click on this the earnings and revenue earnings report. So this one will be date Tuesday, 28 February 2023, period ending of December 2022. Then the estimated revenue is 910K. That's for their financials. And if I go to CEO.ca, you can see that a lot of people are not happy. A lot of people are saying, buy the dip, more Jason question mark. What a blank this company has become. Jason, where are you? Thank you, dear Narv, Jason. Narv and Co have made all the money so far on this sack of hammer. No one else. But yeah, you can see here that the volume is like super low, and the spread is pretty big. So you can see here, and 17 cents. This one's 18 cents, right? The bids and asks. And yeah, so if I keep going up to the right here, you can see just the people's asking bids, and you don't see any bids until like $1.30 at 500 shares at 650 value. And yeah, it's just because at the time this was at $2 to $3, right? Maybe a year and a half ago, but it's been trending ever since. And even before that, when the stock IPO'd, it shot up to like, I believe, $8 something, right? So it's been on a downtrend for quite some time. So yeah, this one here, so this is not even, this is for 2021. It doesn't even cover the 2019, does it? Or 18? Yeah, so this one here, when it just spiked at 2018, so this one hit like, you can see here on the graphs at $9.44. So yeah, ever since then it just kept on going down. Around that time, 2018, that's where it IPO'd. Okay, so going back to RIV Capital, not much hope right now, so just still seeing the downtrend. But if I go to Lipase, it looks like it was up last trading day, which was at up half percent, or half a penny, I guess you could say in this case, 7.69. And from here, you can see that it did dip that support and resistance. So it did dip that, then it came back up. And the last trading day, you can see that it opened at 0.65, high of 0.7, low of 6, then closed at 7, right? That's why you saw a green day on Friday. Then in here, February 1st, Lipase Wellness completes second tranche with Illumina partner to support Micra US distribution via GNC. So we talked about last time. And it looks like the earnings report, as you can see here, is on April 13th. So it's still quite some time. Period ending of November 2022. It's financial. And if I go to CEO.ca, right now, so if I go CEO.ca and I go to, I keep getting mixed up on N because it's different now, it's called Lipase, and we can see here Can Expo is having a bud tender and retail event on March 26, 2023, which is being sponsored by Canmark and Royalty. This means they must have cash in hand for this. So that's just a Instagram post. You can see in the story. Then Royalty recently dropped a bunch of new SKU, which currently stands at 33. Here's the list of their new products. Then you can actually click on this and you'll be able to see the products that they offer. So taste has mild hint of caramel. Package is home run for ease of use of amazing rebrand. So yeah, somebody looks like bought something, CS, or yeah. You can see Micra. We hope you love the new taste. Enjoy. And this is what the sell-off looks like. So yeah, this looks like it's trending. And if I go to the other image here, you can see sell-off. That's what the packaging looks like. So not much going on yet. Just we'll see what happens in the market. It's still kind of, I would say, that on a downtrend, and that's what we're seeing as a result of that, right? We're not seeing any spikes, we're not seeing any good news, especially on the news for the legalization of MJ in the US space. We're not seeing any of that yet, so that's what we're seeing in the stock market, just no hype. Okay. Going over to BLGV, BLGV is a great loser as well too, and you can see that right now it's trading at 0.35, so 3.5 cent, and it's just going down ever since. Volume is choppy. You can see, like, look at this graph. It's super choppy, right? You don't see any good patterns. The only pattern I see is just a downtrend, but the volume, like you can see, very choppy here, like goes up, down, up, down, up, down. And it looks like the earning report for BLGV is December 2022 period ending, but it's gonna be on the date of April 23rd. So 2 months ahead, 2 months close to 2 months away. And BLGB, if I go here, I'm not sure if the last chatter was on the 4th. New events, price action over past year, pathetic, shame on Medi. Karma will make you pay, continue to sucker people into paying for your non-CEO lifestyle, showing no skills. That's what one of this poster is saying. Looks like he's very upset. And if I go to weed, oh yeah, this one was crazy. So on February, when's the earning? It was on February 9th, Thursday, right? Then you can see it says surprise, negative 0.13, 144.22%. And you can see the surprise here as well of the revenue, negative 15.727, negative 13.45%. So reported revenue was 101 mil, but the estimated is 116 mil, right? So they were down for this financial, and you can definitely see that this financial brought the whole sector down, right? So on Thursday, you can see here that it was crazy. The volume was at 6.11 mil, right? The volume was 6.11 mil, but even the day before that, you can see that the volume was 1.57, sorry, almost 1.6 mil. Open at 3.72, high at 3.82, then low of 3.66. Then the next day, this is where it gapped down to basically open at 3.38, right? Gap down here, then high of 345, low of 3.03, and close of 3.06. That's why you can see that gap down. Then after that, the market settled in a couple days. Then it just started to go back up. So it did hit this support and resistance, went to that new support and resistance. Then after that, it went to the next trading day, which was, I guess, the latest trading day, which was the Friday. So it did close on $3.37. So up 2.74%, but yeah, just a significant downtrend when it did hit this. So there was a major gap down, right, because of the financial. And this didn't just impact the stock, it actually impacted a majority of the stocks like ACV, TLRY, and so forth, right? So that's weed. And if I go to CEO.ca, you can see people are chattering. And the latest one was the 18th. There are Canadian companies who focus on quality that will be surpassing weed market cap in the next 5 years. $2 billion for your swag. No thank you, or no thanks. Check out my post to find the GOAT. So Canopy produced the most garbage, disgusting brown swag weed. 20 years ago, it would have been hard to sell and turn into hash oil. Today, they break it up into 1 1/8 and slap a premium price on it. The type of weed that you had sitting in your stock drawer for 6 years. If you want to invest in cannabis, then please don't buy the stock. So yeah, a lot of people are against weed. So especially Shroom Chad. Then yeah, you can see here this Cult Food Science Corp. Looks like it's up 6.7. Is of course referring to a cultured and cultivated meat, scientific approved term for lab grown meat and so forth. Then yeah, you can see all this stuff here. So yeah, there's always people talking in this channel, and at least people are still contributing in here. Could be negative, could be positive, but yeah, you get the engagement. ACB, so it looks like the last trading day it was up, which was on a Friday, and the volume was 1.5. And you can see that the open was 1.25, high 1.27, low 121, then it closed at 127. And yeah, so like let's say here it was on a Thursday, you can see this Thursday gap down, right? So I guess not like a major gap down, but it did trend down and it closed red. Then after that, you can see that it was hovering on this support resistance. I would be surprised if it did hit this support resistance and it did go down, then we're gonna see this new support resistance, kind of like what we saw in this area here. So for ACB, what you could see, people are talking about, last one is February 10th. CIBC World Market has given Aurora Cannabis a neutral rating with a target price of $1.75. Then yeah, that's just the bot saying that, right? And somebody said freedom _85 sell ACB, yada yada yada. And TLRY, let's see TLRY. So yeah, let's see Thursday, which was the 9th. Yeah, you can see this basically you can see this red day, right? So here you can already see that, you know, it was trending down. Then there was the news for weed, it's financial, then that went down. Then next day it went down and it did hit that support resistance, but it recovered. So it's in this support resistance cell, so it didn't go to the new one. And if you look on the Lightning, 2 days ago, it says two marijuana stocks to sell short, liquidate, or avoid in 2023. So it looks like TLRY was mentioned in this one here on their stock news. Okay, so its earnings is on period ending of February 2023 on April 2023. And estimated revenue, you can see is 205 mil. Right, 205 mil. So we'll see if that actually is even close to that. So if we go to TLRY here, you can see that Distillery Strike Gold at 2023 World Whiskey Award. Then you can click on this one here, then see what it's all about. But yeah, you can see here, actually, the U.S. is the closest to federal legalization has ever been. The cannabis research bill for veterans just passed committee, the first cannabis bill to ever pass committee. The sponsors are hopeful it will be attached to SAFE Plus, which could be put forward any day. Schumer has had multiple meetings with senators on both sides of the aisles about SAFE Plus. Now, does any of the actual help TLRY? No, but it will pop thanks to the liquidity and lack of liquidity in the US names that actually benefits. Ultimately, better off just buying G blah 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 blah. So, in my opinion, but there are real momentum for cannabis legalization in the USA, or the US in this case. So yeah, basically that's what we're seeing right now in the cannabis space. It's still on a downtrend. We're not seeing any reversal yet, so which is kind of concerning if you're long, right? But you know, compared to what's going on in the market right now, it's on a downtrend. You know, we'll see what happens in the cannabis space in the next months or few months, because yeah, you see this kind of like up and down, and eventually, you know, if people are hyped again, oh, the stock can just like significantly go supernova, or it'll just go up significantly, right? And as per usual, I'm just gonna open my account here. Let's see. So yeah, this is not surprising because the stock has been going down, and I've been showing this every time I show you. So in here, what you can see that Lipase is still down 76.97%, which is 10.6K. Riv Capital is down 86.10%, which is 872.35 cents. So the unrealized gain or loss in this case is which is a loss 76.83%, right? So basically that's what it is right now. And if you guys have any questions regarding the cannabis space, or you have some information about it, definitely comment down below or direct message me. And until then, we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.